We are back. Happy Friday.
It is Friday.
It is Friday, y'all. Welcome back to the Queens of the Ring. We got a whole lot to discuss this evening. There's been a very hefty week of boxing talk, boxing chatter, boxing weigh-ins for us to discuss this evening. Boxiana, how you doing today?
I'm wonderful, friend. How are you? It's
Yeah,
been a
I'm
long.
good. You look bright and perky and ready to get into some shenanigans. I know how you do.
It's gonna be a good evening. I will say. I've been drinking a lot of water and minding my business.
Good. Sounds good. Y'all come on in the room. Hey, y'all. Hey. I see y'all stepping through. Let me just give a few shout outs. Hey, Kevin Sims. What's up behind the lens TV? I really do appreciate all the good DMs you send me. Keeps me cracking up during the week. Earl Taylor Sr., Southpaw Boxing 77. What's up, Mr. Harvey Johnson? How you doing? Nurse Lee, we missed you last week, girl. Hey, Miami Snoopy 305. Okay, listen, Saria 357. I really do hope I'm saying that right. I ain't trying to butcher nobody's name, okay? Brandon Calhoun, Taquan Savage. How y'all doing, Jay? Good. What's good? OG Eric, Anton Porch. Who else? TZ Frank. Thank y'all. We really appreciate y'all for coming on through. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I'm hoping they sending out notifications. Not quite sure. I want to first thank y'all. I've been checking my little hour situation, and our hours are trending upward, y'all. We are almost at 4K. Okay, we are almost there. Y'all make sure y'all watch this whole episode. If not live, go back, run it, and let it run. Go back and watch the previous episodes. Let them run because we are trying to run up our hours. Okay. So we're gonna jump right on in. Y'all know it's Friday. We ain't trying to keep y'all long and whatnot. I tell y'all this every Friday, but we be going long and stuff. Anyway, so listen, we're just gonna jump right on in there because we have fights this weekend. Good ones, really good ones this weekend. We're gonna start with the weigh-ins because BOXIANA and I, the fight starts on the scale. Okay. So, friend, which one you want to talk about first? We're gonna talk about Josh and Catterall, or Gary Antoine and Postol, or
Let's just go.
Okay, go. You go. You start. You start. What you want to talk? Who do you want to hit up?
We'll go with. Let's go do the list for first. Let's do Chris Colbert first.
Well, okay
then. I mean, he looks like his normal Mexican self. I wasn't expecting them to see anything different from him. He looks okay. I don't know who this guy is that he's fighting, though. Best of luck to the man. Chris Colbert gonna win. It's not gonna be. He's boring to me. Like, I didn't like the fight with Tug. No. I was not satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't get with it. But, I mean, his weigh-in was decent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like no raw to it. They just, you know what I'm saying? I want him to give me something other than hair.
Speaking of hair, glad you mentioned it. Today he was a little calmed down. It was like a deep blue purple thing going on today. I almost messed around and thought it was just regular old black, but it wasn't. He hurried up and put his hat back on because I guess he's gonna have something different for us tomorrow. I don't know, but I mean he looked good on the scale. The other gentleman looked good on the scale too. There was not a lot of fluff going on for their fight, and like the majority of us think and feel, that probably should not be the main event. Now, the fight that I will be paying attention to on that same card is Mr. Gary Antoine Russell and Victor Postol. How did you feel about that weigh-in?
I'm worried for Mr. Postol. I mean, everybody looks good, but mentally, he ain't gonna be in the ring. Mentally, he is somewhere else, and hopefully that'll give him the strength that he needs to go out there and attempt to bust some ass. That's a lot of ass to try to bust. But like in a mental state that he may or may not be in, I would have just had to back out of this one, especially with the circumstances.
Well, for those of you who don't quite understand what Boxiana's talking about, hey mama, we see you, girl. Hey
Hey,
mama.
mama girl.
What's up, Smoking Boxing R West? Hey KQKC, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you for coming through. What she's referring to is Victor Postol is from the Ukraine, and right now the Ukraine is getting invaded by Russia. So, there are a couple of very well-known boxers who are from the Ukraine, and this happened as he's getting ready to fight tomorrow. Big fight too. So, in my mind, it can go either one of two ways. He can either go in there and put on for his country as best as he can and go in there and win, have the fight of his life and win, use everything that he's feeling as fuel in the ring, which is very possible. Very possible. He's not a slouch. Of course, I am picking Gary Antoine to win, but it's not like Victor is just a slouch. This is what would have been if all the other stuff wasn't going on, considered kind of like a step-up fight for Antoine. So Victor's not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination, but like Boxiana said, his mind may wander. His mind may be elsewhere. His mind may be on any family and friends that he still has in the Ukraine. So Gary doesn't have that kind of pressure on him. What I want for Gary to do is not come to the weigh-in in skinny jeans and have on big old regular old school boxer shorts. That's what I want Gary not to do that no more. Gary, boxer briefs are a thing.
I want him to take a goddamn pick, a comb, a fork, any goddamn thing, and rake it through that goddamn shit on his head.
Well, he had them braided up today. It wasn't just everywhere today. He had it some kind of uniform style. But I just could not get past him coming into the ring. And I mean, it's weigh-in, right? This is for all the boxers. It's weigh-in time, right? It's weigh-in. Canelo comes in stuff he can easily slip in and slip out of, albeit pajamas and whatnot. It's still, something easy that you finna strip down to get on the scale, right? He had a whole belt on, skinny jeans, a wife beater, like
and plumber boxers.
I mean, old school. My granddaddy kind of boxers. Yeah, my granddaddy kind. Like them was the kind my granddaddy wear. So much so that when he put the pants back on, he had to stuff them back down off in there. See, Gary, no.
You almost killed me, friend, on live TV.
I'm sorry, Gary. Don't do that no more. Don't you do that. Don't you do that no more. Okay? Don't do that. Okay? We wish you well. We wish you all the luck in the world. I think you're going to come out victorious, but don't you do that no more.
I hate them draws, Fred. I don't know why them draws still exist. Those are plumber draws. Like, I know if you wear them draws, your ass stink. It gives ass stink vibes. I hate them draws. They are the worst.
Those are for the elderly. Those are for the people who don't want you to see what they shaped like.
They're the ones that come in 4 colors, that light blue, that red color with the green stripes. They got blue with the stripe. Them the ugly ones.
Them plaid ones, the plaid.
My son loved them draws, friend. I be secretly throwing them away with a wash. I hate them fucking draws. They disgust me.
Get you a nice pair of boxer briefs. As you call them, the plumber boxers. Those are for the gentlemen who are like, not as well built. Those are for like the Andy Ruiz, the
ass thinkers. That's what that's for. You leave those to the ass thinkers.
Yeah, those are for Andy Ruiz and Tyson Fury. The folks who ain't got the flattery.
Tyson Fury can't wear them. He ain't got the size to hold them up. You know, them you watch them one time and elastic come out of them.
Blubber Orca, he has all the size in the world to hold him up. All that belly he got, Orca can
He
hold
built
him
like
up.
Hank Hill, friend. What they gonna sit up there on?
All them love handles he got.
No, they are all his love handles. He got one in the front. Like he really ain't got nothing on the side to hold him up. And once you watch them one time, it's a wrap. Them bitches is falling down off his ass. That's why they call plumber draws.
I just couldn't believe him as a young man to have them old man draws on like that. Don't
look who his brother is.
I know, but
his brother.
But I'm saying Gary be coming to the ring. You know, he has some kind of fashion sense. It's not, you know, what we would always want to see, but it ain't.
No.
1945 boxers. Them was
they
1945.
all named Gary, friend. What you expect?
Those look like custom issue Army boxer shorts.
No.
Any old school Army movie that I see and they be in, you know, they come in and they jump out of the bed, they have on them kind of boxes. No, every time.
I'm gonna tell you who else. I guarantee you this blanket is still in this house, and all y'all know the blanket that I'm about to describe is green and burgundy.
The comforter set.
The pissy motherfucker. Yep, that one. That blanket still exists. The people that wear those drawers have one of those blankets still in their home.
Okay.
See, I didn't even have to describe the whole thing to you. You knew exactly what I was talking about.
I did.
Yeah, that one.
I did. Okay, so we picking Gary Antoine. I'm picking Gary Antoine for tomorrow. Picking Gary Antoine. Picking Colbert to win. I'm not, you know, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the gentleman that he's fighting. But the weigh-in that I was, you know, the fight tomorrow that I'm more interested in than any other fight, just because I particularly like this boxer. But these are a clash of two unbeatens, and that is Mr. Josh Taylor and Mr. Catterall. And that was the most exciting weigh-in of the day. Did you see that one? Well,
I did. I did.
What did you think?
I'm excited. I think that's what I'm excited for the most. Mr. Catterall been talking that shit to Josh Taylor. You know, Josh don't back down for shit. Josh was like, yeah, bitch, I want that. I want it. Give me the smoke. I want it. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, this is it for me.
That was good. Listen, it was so very entertaining. Number one, and listening to all the commentators while the weigh-in was going on, they always say how big Josh Taylor is for 140. You know, he's tall and he's big. Josh comes in ripped. He was ripped. Catterall looked good. He looked good too. They both look really good on the scale. So I can't. Josh was more ripped, but they both look good. But baby, you know, they give them a little second to get their clothes on. And see, these two gentlemen, they knew they were coming to a weigh-in. They had easy slip on, easy slip off, you know, sweatpants and whatnot.
And no plumber draws.
And no plumber draws. No plumber draws. They had on nice boxer briefs. But when they put their sweats back on and it was time for the face-to-face, man, listen, apparently Josh has been talking noise all week to this man. I know
they've been going back and forth with each other.
See, I didn't know anything about that. I hadn't been keeping up with that. So apparently they've been going back and forth. And when it was time for the face-off, Josh went up there. Y'all know that angry leprechaun that be like this. He walked like not Conor McGregor, but that angry leprechaun, and he get right up in the face of whoever he talking to. And that's what Josh did.
Yep.
He got right up in his face. He was like right there, head to head. I was like, hey, COVID is still here. Don't do that. But they didn't care.
Damn, nope.
Man, listen, Josh got up in that man's face, and instead of that man showing any kind of back down, any kind of fear, before he knew it, he done grabbed Josh by the throat. I was like, baby, it's going down tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. I love when it ain't no back down. He didn't give a damn. You're not finna come up in here and forehead to forehead me. I got 5 fingers for your throat. That's
I'm
what
gonna have to send you they sit down, friend. Like I didn't watch it until maybe about an hour ago, and like Josh was giving him that voice. He kept saying "yeah" on the end of his shit. I was like, oh, that's how you know you finna get 2 feet in his ass. If he putting the "yeah" on the end of that shit, he mean everything he say, boy. It's gonna be. He gonna be on him all fucking night, friend.
I'm so excited. I'm really excited. I think that fight is not going to 12. I don't think they're going to 12 rounds. I don't think that's going to be a decision fight.
Somebody get knocked out.
Somebody getting knocked out. Somebody is getting knocked out, and I can't wait. Y'all don't forget they are over in the UK, so it's going to be on early in the US our time. I think the main event will be starting around 3:00, something like that. So y'all don't miss it. Don't miss it. We got treated last week to another great fight from the UK. Don't miss this. Don't miss it. I think it's going to be a really, 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 really good fight. You okay over there? Let's shout.
Thank you, girl. My sinuses is giving myself the blues today.
Let me see who else that came on in the house. Let me see who else has come in the house. Hey, Blessed Two Fish, Karma Serene, how you doing? What's up, Phenomenal Mexican? Love is the word. How you doing? Tony Rome, Writing Yogi, how are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in live. Y'all, we appreciate it. Okay, so back to it. Do you have, by chance, any Twitter tea for the good people?
Oh my, it's so much drama and tea-ish today. So I sent you a few things this week. I guess do I say this week or do I say today? Josh Taylor and Bud is having a situational situation. And apparently there's some things that was happening and made to where Bud is gonna be Josh should be the mandatory for Bud. It's looking real spicy and delicious to me. I can dig in a nice little fight between those two. And if that happens to happen, I'm here for that. I'm feeling in my betting spirit that a bet's gonna be placed, friend. And I normally don't bet wrong. I'm telling you, the one time that I did bet wrong, I hate that person forever and ever and ever.
I already know.
And you know what? It's not that if it's done, it's already made. It's already
You think
made.
so?
The WBO have made Josh Taylor a WBO super champion and super lightweight, as he is the undisputed and holds the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles. This means he can now become Terrence Crawford's next WBO mandatory challenger as soon as he decides to move up at welterweight.
Okay, now this is my question. All of that sounds great, and I would love for all of that to play out. But do you think any kind of holdup will happen because, excuse me, because of the situation with Crawford and Top Rank? Because he would have to sign and do business with the person that he's suing.
I mean, what can I say? I don't want to say that it can't be made because he's a free man now. But who is gonna back him to make that fight? He gonna have to get with somebody, some network.
He's going
a fight.
He's going to have to, or do you think he would, to spite Bob Arum and to keep from doing business with him, he would just drop the belt and move up to 154? Because I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. For whatever reason, deep down off in my spirit, I feel like Bud Crawford he will be spiteful about certain things. And before any of this came about, I felt like he would take pride in being the barrier from EJ, from Errol Spence Jr. getting the opportunity to be undisputed. He would be the last piece of the puzzle if and when EJ beats Ugas. And it would be his pleasure to be like, nah, I'm gonna just go up to 154 to keep that fight from happening. He's so wishy-washy. I just don't trust anything about him right now. So I can see him being spiteful in that way, and in the same token, he would be being spiteful to EJ, and at the same time be being spiteful to Bob Arum as well. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't see him doing that. I just see him making a big fuss about things. I guess I can say making a.
I agree.
Oh my!
I agree.
Oh my! You know what? I agree, but I can't. I'm tired of shitting on Bud. I want better for Bud.
He did say that.
Maybe y'all quit listening to somebody who hangs out with somebody who was screaming lions in the fucking camp when his person needed help. I don't like those people. I don't trust their advice. They may know something, but most of the time they don't know shit except for lions in the camp. Some shit that ain't even fucking valid in the help corner. I don't believe that shit. I believe it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen at 147.
You don't think who's gonna happen at 147?
Spence versus Crawford. I don't.
You don't?
No. It's not gonna happen at 147, and it sucks. Like they really don't need to wait no more.
No, they don't.
But it's not. It ain't gonna happen at 147.
You don't think so?
If the WBO just made Josh Taylor a mandatory, so he gotta fight Josh if he don't fight Errol or some can in between that time. So I mean, unless we not fighting mandatories anymore.
Well, he could. I mean, the only thing with not fighting mandatory is you're gonna have to pay him, and he's not about to do that because he don't even have a backing in order to pay him. Like who, So,
and I don't see Josh taking no money because it's gonna have to be a big, huge fucking number for Josh Taylor to pass up Bud so Bud can fight Errol.
This is true.
And people don't like to fuck with the business, but let's be about the business. I'm gonna be about that bread. Josh Taylor and Bud is a fucking fight. I would like to go to that.
It's a huge fight. If we just being honest, I still will favor Bud, but that's not just a walk in the park. He gonna have to fight. Like he gonna have to fight.
And you know what? Speaking of Budrick, he said something this week, and I told you, like, now we sitting up here and you talking and I'm talking and I'm putting this shit together as it's gonna go. He's been praising the UK fans so fucking much. Yes. I mean, dead smooth up in their ass. I love you guys are the best fans ever. And then the WBO goes and makes Josh Taylor his mandatory. All this shit is strategic. But the thing about it is, it's a code we have to go by at work, CYA. And that's an unknown known. CYA, cover your ass. If you trying to build something secretly, it's called a transition. You don't go and say, oh, you UK fans, I want to slob on your knob. And then the WBO come out and be like, Josh Taylor is the mandatory. It makes sense why you praising the UK fans because you could have to go over there and fight this boy.
You done said a word, ma'am. You have said a word, ma'am. Big Snack Pack, we're not sure who Bud is with. We thought it was MTK. We thought that he was leaning towards them, but there's not been an official statement that he signed to anybody. I think Canahan is his advisor, but he hasn't signed with anyone as far as I know. Now, y'all tell me if something that has happened that I don't know about. But as far as I know, like BOXIANA said, he's a free agent. So, but what you just said made a whole lot of sense. whole lot of sense because he made it his business to tell his American fans that they wouldn't buy nothing.
How fucked up is that? That's like the second, third week in a row. I said, Bud fans, I feel so bad for y'all because y'all guy, he just got y'all out here on a limb. Like, they really been pushing their heart out for him. And then you come out and say the UK fans, but Budrick is Jay. You gave us a word with Budrick. Budrick, I'm so disappointed. It's disappointing. He don't even know how to transition his shit. Like, it's so awkwardly done. Hey, UK fans, I love you so much. Y'all the greatest. I love y'all so much. And then now you gotta go. I mean, just do something in between. Like, throw an option.
Because this is the thing. Josh is about to fight now. Errol is about to fight in a few weeks. So either way it goes, he's going to have to fight somebody in between before he gets either one of them, whoever it is, unless he's just going to sit out and wait for them.
And why wouldn't he? He just beat Sean Porter. If he don't get back in the ring within the next 6 months, because we're not active at one the whole I've gotten to the point where I stopped being a fan of certain boxers and just being honest about the shit. 147, they not fucking fighting. All the excitement is at 130, 135, 154, the big weight, 168. Like, we getting some action there. Like, we're not seeing y'all fight. So if I don't see him within the next 6 months, it's gonna be another year, 2 years, maybe. Because after Errol fight, he's gonna take off.
This is the thing. Bud don't have that kind of time. He's older than all of them. Bud pushing 35, ain't he? He doesn't have that kind of time. And hopefully, when Spence comes back, he knows he doesn't have that kind of time to be off. He had said before this last injury that he wanted to get back to fighting more regularly. So I was expecting him to be fighting at least 3 times this year. That's what he said. So he got to fight in April. We got May, June, July, August. We need to see you again. September, October, November, at the end of the year, sometime in December. That would be great for me. So if all is well and healed, I'm expecting him to do what he said he was going to do. He said he wanted to fight 3 times this year. I believe him. Now, Budrick, sir, yeah, he's going to be 35 in September. Yeah, baby, I don't like that.
I don't understand why people like this. I'm really getting big on like prime fucking example. My son turned 13 on the 19th. Okay. 3 days later, he's walking from the middle school to the high school and he's running and playing with his friends. He ran into a pole, knocked himself completely out. Okay. This is his 3rd concussion. He won't play a sport under my roof until then because CTE is a real thing.
It is.
I don't want my child to be 21 and he out here Hernandez and people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that for my child. But this is a real fucking thing. The older you get, y'all getting bust in the damn head. Beside, I mean, often. Y'all want to fight 3 times a week? Cool. Hurry up and get your fucking fights in before it's too late and y'all too fucking old and y'all got a speech impediment and shit.
Right. Get in and get out. Get in and get out. Bud does not have that contact. That's very interesting. I love when we powwow and start connecting dots because you are so right. He was over there with Amir Khan, but it was some other business, I think, being tended to while he was over there.
And I mean, he was over there the whole time.
So what Spencer said could very well be true. I sure hate to say that, but when he comes out his mouth like that, he normally knows some stuff we don't know.
I'm just saying.
We shall see, y'all, and the saga continues, y'all. So, okay. Drama. Any other Twitter tea?
Regis is back training ultra hard in the gym. I seen that the other day, and I was like, okay, Regis. It is some Twitter tea. The Canelo sweepstakes have been won. Friend, come on now. Don't tear your face up. The Canelo sweepstakes. Everybody wants to enter. Everybody wanted the Charlo in the Canelo sweepstakes, but he just want to go ride horses. I want to ride the horse too with the nice mane. That horse is beautiful, friend. I understand why he wants to go so bad. It's Disney World at Canelo's. I'm just saying. Dimitri Bivol, the only thing that I'm going to say about this deal, I could care less for a third GGG fight. I don't like him. Lomachenko gave him the fight of his fucking life. I mean, he was clenching his pearls, getting beat to beat all upside his damn head, back and forth. He was bloody. He would toe up from the flow up. He beat Lomachenko beat his ass, and I enjoyed it. I do not like GGG. GGG is really, you know how you got that smart mouth ass person in your department that don't nobody like, but you have to deal with him because you work with him. He's that fucking smart ass. I don't like him.
I'm not a fan of him fighting Triple G for a third time. I'm so not a fan of that. As far as the Canelo sweepstakes goes, whatever. Like, I'm not shocked. I mean, I figured this would be the route that he chose. Whatever.
But it's not the only easy route that I will say for this will be Triple G. That's if he makes it past Murata. I feel like Murata gonna beat GGG because the Lomachenko was putting it on his ass in his last fight.
Ain't GGG 157 years old?
He is 5,000 years old.
Isn't he pretty old? Isn't he up there in boxing? Wait, I mean, like in boxer years?
Yes,
he's up there.
In boxing years, he 100.
I don't think anybody wants to see that fight. I really don't. You know what fight I would like to see, since he was talking that good hot shit on Twitter? Well, somebody was talking it because I know he didn't write this. But that good hot shit, somebody typed for Triple G about not ducking Andre Ward. What was that about? Now, that's my little bit of Twitter tea, because I did see that. What is that all about?
You know, it's a whole lot of, you ducked me, you know, hey, no, you're lying. Andre said he got the fucking receipts. You ducked me. Andre is giving, I really, really, really want to come back to boxing. He got new gear. Listen.
What those new? Because I don't know if those were new. Man, did y'all see them fire golden Jordan boxing shoes that were on his page? Oh my.
Man, listen, let me tell you.
They was nasty.
They was nasty. I'm a sneakerhead. So when I seen them, I was like, yeah, off the rip. These is fresh.
Man.
Stop hitting at this boxing gear. Nobody's wearing your shoes, sir. You know you got them for you. You always in the gym doing something.
Shadow boxing with Shakur.
Sir, if you want the smoke, just say that.
Come on.
But I don't think he can. That's the thing. It's something with a lawsuit. It's something with a suit that he won the suit, but in order for him to win the suit, he can't box anymore. I don't know how true that is.
Really?
Yes. But that's why he's not fighting no more. Some with an injury. He sued the people, won, but he couldn't fight anymore.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, don't hold me to that. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
What y'all know about that in the chat? Enlighten us if you know. What y'all know about that in the chat?
You know, I'll be in my messy worlds of life and find. I don't know who he sued, but he sued somebody.
I kind of vaguely remember that.
Yes, that's why he not fighting no more.
I love you. That's why I love you. You be knowing, friend.
We work
You know
well together.
You know, friend. You know.
And you know what? I'm gonna go back and actually find. You know, I'm going into case history. That's my thing. I'll go pull it up and find out exactly what it is. So next Friday, don't let me forget.
I won't.
We have to readdress Andre Ward's lawsuit.
Okay.
But that's the reason why he's not fighting anymore.
Sounds like a plan because I know physically he can still fight.
This I know he still want to fight.
This I know exactly. I agree. I agree. He says he doesn't. He says he's retired, and you know, like you said, if that lawsuit, if that's a result of the lawsuit, then of course he's going to say that. I wouldn't mind seeing him come out of retirement to beat up on Triple G. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I know. I mean, you know, I wouldn't. That could be a tune-up fight for something else.
I don't want to see that shit.
You don't want to see him beat up Triple G?
Andre been out the ring too fucking long. Like
how long he been gone?
Man, shit, years.
More than 5?
It's been more than 5.
Think so?
I'm more than sure of it. Andre Ward last fight was at least, I want to say at least 7 years ago. And it may have been longer than that.
Was it
what's that white boy name he fought?
Big dude. Was it the dude that beat up the girl with the dog?
Kovalev,
yeah. Kovalev, the psychopath. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that was his last fight. And that had to been what, 5-7 years ago.
I know it was a good 5 at least. I think it was at least a good 5.
He needs to know that's too far of a time span for him to been out of the ring. That sparring shit, Johnny Rice told y'all. That sparring shit ain't nothing like being in a real fucking fight.
It's not. The only thing that he does have going for him, if he decides that he wants to do it, is that he has the experience. I think, you know, once a fighter, always a fighter. He'll know how to move around in there and protect himself and stuff, if it comes down to that. But I think I wouldn't mind seeing him beat up on Triple G, but I think you're right. He's been out of the ring for far too long, and I just no.
You know what? I'm reading these comments, and like, this is so off the topic, but I know Kovalev kicked that dog, but I know my friend is probably watching this show too, and she gonna be so mad after I say this, but I gotta say it.
Don't say it.
Friend.
Don't say it.
She was arguing with her boyfriend one night. Friend.
Don't say it.
And she kicked the shit out that damn dog.
Listen, ma'am.
She called me, friend. No, Liz, she called me. She say, friend, I kicked that fucking dog. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit funny to me.
That is not funny.
She said, I kicked the shit out that dog.
That dog ain't had nothing to do with whatever was going on with her and that man. That is so messed up. I cannot believe she kicked that man down. I can't believe she did that. That is awful. That is just terrible. Do you know? You already know. I'll be in jail. I'd have been in jail behind my dog. Do you understand?
I already know, friend. He couldn't do nothing, but he called the police on us.
Girl, I get emotional about that. Ooh. Oh my God. Yeah, Karma. Poor pup. Poor thing. Anyway, you got me over here looking at your friend that I don't even know side-eyed about kicking somebody's dog. Mm, So
She
look,
kicked the shit out of that dog. I'm sorry, friend. It was so bad. I feel bad for all the dogs involved. I'm sorry, dogs. I'm sorry.
moving on. What else is there? Look at you. You over there crying. I can't believe you laughing that hard. Oh my God. I cannot. I wouldn't. I'm not with y'all. Y'all
I'm
in these
sorry.
comments talking about these dogs and laughing. I'm not with y'all today.
I do apologize. I'm
I'm
sorry
not.
to all dogs involved. I really am.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not playing with y'all today. I am not. Okay.
We together.
The
We
dogs ain't done nothing to nobody. Leave the canines alone. Okay.
I can't. I'm sorry.
So there was some other interesting news. I was going to touch on it before, but we kind of got veered to another direction, but I'm bringing it back. Um we were talking about Postol fighting tomorrow and how his mind frame may be super focused, laser focused, or maybe somewhere else because of the situation that's going on in the Ukraine. So there's been a lot of talk and a lot of chatter about our other co-host's favorite fighter. Um, there have been very mixed reviews on Mr. Lomachenko, Mr. Vasily Lomachenko. And he is a proud Ukrainian. Every time he steps into the ring, he is covered in the Ukrainian flag colors. He comes in the ring with the flag. He is a very, very proud Ukrainian citizen. However, when the shit was getting ready to pop off over there, um, Mr. Mr. Loma decided it would be best for him to not be there and to hightail it to Greece. Now, I'm gonna just tell y'all, I have never been in the military. I am not a soldier, so my feelings on this may differ from a lot of folks. I don't really have any kind of feelings about this because their situation I'm not familiar with. I'm not, I don't know how their inner workings are over there. I'm not quite sure how it goes down in the Ukraine and what their working relationship is or was with Russia. I'm not versed in that. So I don't know about all of that. But there was there have been very heated and very spirited discussions on whether or not he should have left or whether or not he should stay and fight. Because what I do know is they are drafting males from the age of 18 to 60, which lets me know they need help today. Like they need help. So, I don't know if he left and he took his family with him. I don't know if he left and it's just him. I don't know. I don't know any of the details of that. But how do you feel? And I'm asking you because you have way more insight on that than I do. So go ahead.
I mean, I'm going to speak for what's the word I'm going to use? The state of the world currently.
Okay.
There are a lot of people that are not built for certain kind of shit. When it comes to these type of times, war times are different than just going to the military or, what I'm saying, some shit going on. War is different. It brings a different person out of you, and it'll really show you. And I have to be frank because that's just me, and I talk like this, but I try to be political too. But it'll show the bitch in you real fast. When you have to deal with certain shit, you see certain shit, that shit come home with you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sleepless nights. There's a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, people learn and prepare for. And training camp to fight somebody is different from war. And a lot of people, they not built tough for that. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? You can't blame, I mean, people can say what they want to say. You can't blame nobody for choosing themselves and the people that they took with them over what they dealing with. It's just like when you get money. You know how some people get money and the first thing they do is move out the hood. They don't stay in their old house and fix up their old house. Why the fuck would I stay over there with y'all and y'all going through the shit that y'all going through? It's just it is what it is. Like me, I'm different. I saw some shit. There's some shit that I probably won't tell anybody about. You know what I'm saying? And some people they can't deal with that type of carnage. Like I'm a fleet marine. So I'm a medic for the Navy and the Marines. So I see things differently from what people see. A lot of them can't deal with that. And like complete honor, respect to the Klitschko's, because we don't know. And we don't know how deep it's gonna get, like what they gonna have to do. But the fact that they said they chose their country, cool. It's a lot of people here right now in the States. I see it all the time and it pisses me off. And like I have to keep my reserve when it comes to like talking about the service and military service, because when a person say I'd rather serve crack or die before I serve this country, they actually mean that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like this is where you are. This is where you live. Your home, your children, your mama, your daddy, your granny down the street. They're here. So if you're not here to protect this space, you gonna leave for them. And like it's an emotional setting because people don't understand like these times are different. That's why the concern about Klitschko, I mean about Postol, is real, because your mind don't be in the right place when your family is dealing with tragedy. And like there's already been death over there. You know what I'm saying? And he worried about is mine one of the ones that's got gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is crazy times, and we living in some crazy shit. I can't tell nobody, hey, you wrong for not staying and defending your country. A lot of people ain't built for this shit. A lot of the people that went to Iraq, they're not out here screaming the shit that they went through, because a lot of that time you can't swallow that shit. You can't sleep with that shit. It's a lot of times where you up in the middle of the night because you can't sleep from the shit that's still playing in your head like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't built for that shit. They built to, I'm gonna beat you up, I can fight you. That's it.
Right.
That's it. They're not built for going out there and seeing they boys on the ground because they done got shot up or bombed up, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, they ain't built for that shit.
Right.
They built to flee.
Right.
I got my check and I left. Just like niggas move out the hood when they get some money. Like I mean, it is what it is. Like you can't blame. I can't say, hey, you out of pocket. You should have stayed here and helped your people. He gonna do more damage trying to stay there and help his people, because he gonna bitch up when the shit get real. I don't know how to fuck with this shit. My balls then went up into my goddamn chest. It is what. Listen, the shit get different.
Well,
The shit get different. So
I believe everything you just said. Everything you just said. And like you said, and this is what I'm gonna tell the people in the chat and everybody else who may be listening, we don't know. We don't know who he's with. We don't know any of that. We reading reports from folks that we just reading reports. Don't nobody, until you hear from him, until he says out of his mouth, I left and my family is there, I'm going back. We don't know. We are speculating. We have no idea. I don't know who he took with him. I don't know if he's going back. I don't know. We don't know any of that. And that's my thing. It's okay to say you don't know. And I'm with you. That is not for everybody. War is not for everybody. Everybody ain't built like that. And if he know he's not built like that, I mean,
why the fuck
tough,
would I stay here?
Everybody tough in theory. Everybody is a goon on in theory. But
behind that, we live in a social media time. I'll say it for you, friend. Behind that fucking screen, a whole lot of fingers of them is tough, motherfucking tough. But I'm gonna tell y'all the realest shit in the world. For 6 months after I got home, I was up. I did not get no sleep. I rarely ate. Them fingers is tough behind that fucking screen. When you put yourself in some shit, some real shit, some cause this shit is gangster shit to me. That's what I consider gangster shit. When you put yourself in some gangster shit, you gonna see that shit differently, and them fingers ain't gonna be as tough as you think.
I'm just saying. Before people start judging and saying what they would do and how they would handle a situation, y'all be very careful, because that's a different kind of thing going on. And this is again another thing I will say concerning the Klitsch clothes. One of those brothers has to be there. He's the mayor of the city. He's the mayor of Kiev. So I don't want to say he has to be there, but I mean, that's his city. That's his city. Now, whether or not he out there with a gun shooting in the middle on the first line, I don't know. I would think that they would not have their mayor out there like that. That's what I would assume, but I don't know. And I'm going to tell you I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know that. So I'm not finna just completely shit on Loma, because I don't know. And another thing to take into consideration is that war is not only just fighting, war is financial. So if he is contributing anything financial to the country, it's a whole lot of different ways to fight a war. It's not just on the battlefield and on the front line. So we don't know, y'all. We don't know what's going on. We have no idea. We're speculating a lot. And I'm not even a Loma fan, but I'm just not about to shit on this man, because it's all those people are trying to get out of there. He had the means to do it. Is he supposed to sit there and take a bullet for the country so we can be on lives going, man, that Loma was so brave?
I wish the fuck I would.
I mean, what are we supposed to, how does that work? I don't understand how that works. He was brave. He went back and he fought. The man,
people
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck that is, friend. People are entitled, and they don't understand, like, they be shitting on the military and talking all that shit about the military, but they don't understand how much sacrifices go into keeping this fucking country safe. Because I'm gonna tell you, this could be a third war bitch, and I promise you, y'all, not for real, friend. Like, if they didn't have it don't have.
Yeah,
if we don't have what we have here, this would be a third war fucking bitch. We would live in a crazy motherfucker if we wasn't doing the shit that we was doing. And people can shit on the military all they damn want, but I'm telling you, when shit get real, or if it ever get real over here, and they start drafting you, everybody, we gonna get our ass swooped up. Because everything that we got, like, friend, these young people is crazy. I've been following this shit on TikTok. The fucking soldiers that they finna deploy, they in training making TikToks. This is not what we here for, y'all. Like, I mean, in full uniform, making TikToks about the shit that's going on. Like, I fear for the safety
that's
of the
scary
country.
That's scary
as fuck.
That's scary. That's scary.
It's scary as shit. They making TikToks. Like, they not taking this shit serious. When they get their asses to wherever they gonna go, my lord. My lord.
Friend,
They
that's
gonna be
not
I didn't sign up for this bitch. Send me home. Yeah,
everybody gonna have mental problems.
everybody.
That's gonna be okay. Wow.
Everybody.
Wow. I'm just saying, y'all, I know men think, I know men have different feelings and sentiments about it. And I'm not saying you're wrong or you're right. I'm just saying we making people are being very judgmental without all the information. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you got to just be quiet and wait and see what's really going on, because you don't know. And it's okay to not know. We have gotten so accustomed to learning, finding out stuff at the blink of a drop of a dime. The internet has spoiled us all. So, we think we know everything right when it happens, but you don't, though. We don't know the details of the shit. We really don't. I just wished the folks well. I hope that the least amount of life is lost. I know there's already been some loss of life, but war is not for the faint of heart. And like you said, if ever these shores over in this good United States of America are breached, I think I told you before, if y'all ever want to see the truth, I'm not gonna say it, the true savagery of pilgrims and colonizers, let somebody breach these borders. We on here, I know the majority of my audience. I know the demographic of which I speak. And we real rah-rah, we real tough, we bout it. We bout that life. We say. It's a different kind of animal. War is a different kind of animal, and it's a different kind of savagery that you have to tap into to make it out this bitch alive. And if that's not what you trained to do, don't just think your natural self is gonna say, let's kill. That's not what your natural capacity is here for. Now, I know fight or flee. I know that. I'm just saying, pipe down with the judgment sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Y'all. Is there anything else? Because we almost at our hour. We ain't gonna hold y'all long. I told
Look, we won't hold y'all long. You know what, friend? I really, honestly, I think we hit the scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all wanted to, like Nick said something, like if you wanted to see like the savagery of the pilgrims and shit, if something ever happened over here, I'm gonna give y'all a book. Your girl been reading, and I've been trying to like dig into like my roots of shit, and like, cause they don't go too far, but as far as I can go, I can get what I can get. So I started a book, and the shit is called The Delectable Negro.
Ooh, okay. Love the title.
I'll tell you in further detail off the air.
But tell it to him again. What's it called again?
It's called The Delectable Negro.
By who? Who wrote it?
I gotta go and find. I gotta get the book and
okay.
But we'll post it in the community.
Okay.
What it is.
Okay.
But when I tell you, y'all want to see what go down through there, if something ever happened and how people gonna be acting with y'all, pick up that book and read down through that book. You gonna be clutching your pearls like Nik-J,
baby. Cause I stay clutching mine. Okay.
It's gonna be a pearl clutching event. The whole book from front to end. The whole time you'll be clutching your pearls.
Okay. Well, I'm about to be out of pocket for a few days, and I need a good book, so I'll be on that. So I'm glad you told me about it. Listen, you guys, we will see you guys back here next week. BOXIANA, you got another closing? Anything else you want to say to the good people?
Yeah, Vincent Woodard, right? Okay, y'all. Yes, Vincent Woodard, and yes, it is an audio book. If you go to YouTube and search The Delectable Negro, it's 8 videos, but they long as hell. But if you got time, get it in. But yeah, they're like 3 to 4 hours a piece. But
Okay,
he's
cool.
reading the entire book if you can't read and you need some help.
Oh, wow. You know what? Yeah, okay, y'all. You know what? You know what?
I didn't even say anything. See,
You know what?
I've been drinking, friend. Why you go and say I didn't even say nothing?
Okay, listen, y'all. We will see y'all on Sunday. Of course, we'll be on the fight party, and we'll be back here next Friday. Do we have fights coming up after next week? Who's coming up?
Yeah, there's fights coming up, but I don't know who it is. I need to look at the schedule.
Okay.
But yeah, there's definitely fights for the rest of the month.
Oh, one more thing. BOXIANA posed a question on her Instagram, and we have been talking and trying to figure out how many of you got to listen. This is the thing. We really, really, really do appreciate y'all coming through, and we see y'all on the chat all the time. But you know, this is cyberspace, so we never get to really see y'all and meet y'all. We had a meet and greet. What was it? A year or 2 years ago?
Year ago.
Yeah, a year ago when Spence fought Garcia, and we got a chance to meet a lot of the people in the chat, a lot of the family in the chat. So Spence again is fighting in April, and BOXIANA and I, of course, will be in the house. We were thinking that we possibly could do a quick, not anything too much, but a nice, cute little meet and greet on that Friday evening before the fight on Saturday. So I'm going to post it in the community and put up a poll and see how many people would be interested if you're coming out to the Errol Spence Jr. fight. BOXIANA and I would love to meet you, put face to eyes, put eyes to your names, put, just see y'all, greet y'all,
And it ain't gotta be too much. We just gonna do something cute,
Something cute and simple. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Take a little picture. What's up? Post me. Hey, like that, like we do. So let us know. I'm gonna put it in the community. I'll put the poll up, and if it's enough people, that say they might want to come out and check us out, we'll be really happy to do it, and we'll see y'all in April at the fight. Yeah, if so. So love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Remember your tone and delivery. I had to practice that today, y'all. My tone and delivery, dealing with some people at work today. So y'all remember your tone and delivery. Have an absolutely wonderful weekend. We will see y'all back here on Friday. We'll see y'all Sunday, of course. And go ahead. I see you, friend.
Look, before you go, because I'm reading the ending comments, everybody keep asking about the super chats. Listen, if y'all have time, we literally are like 800 minutes away from where we need to be. That's literally not much time. So 800 minutes away from us being able to like super chat. Until then, like if you look in the description, our cash apps and stuff is in the description. But we just trying to get y'all to like watch them last 800 hours. So like if you ain't going to bed, put on the playlist of our last show and just let it play.
Open up 2 or 3 screens.
Yeah.
And just let them run. I don't know what's going on. I thought we would have way surpassed 4K. But for some reason, I don't know what's going on with YouTube or why they tripping with my little old channel. We got a small little old petite channel. But for some reason, my hours are not calculating and populating like I thought they should. So if y'all can do us that really good solid, we would definitely appreciate it. So after this show, go ahead and replay it and let it run. Just let them run consecutively.
Y'all ain't even gotta have the volume up. Just let it play.
Yeah, you don't even have to have the volume up. Exactly. You don't even have to have the volume up. Exactly. So thank y'all again, and we will see y'all on Sunday. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.